What is up people, Matt here again. So today's video is going to be another discussion video, and I've kind of sort of got another series going on the channel. So my last video was the problem with CX Online, so this video is going to be the problem with, but it's not going to be about a company or anything like that. So this episode is going to be the problem with being a collector. Now, a lot of people won't understand this video or will brush it off, and they won't take anything away from it, which, you know, it's understandable. Not everyone can understand everything. So let's kind of get into it. So what's the problem with being a collector? Well, for starters, we collect things, and as a result we can often be accused of being picky or fussy, you know, that sort of thing, which, you know, is totally fine. I mean, some collectors aren't serious and some are very serious, and obviously certain collections of things cost different amounts of money. But I have to admit, I'm one of the fussy people. So say I buy a game, well, I've just picked it off the shelf, say I buy Final Fantasy 13-2, brilliant game by the way, although everyone seems to hate it. Say I buy this, okay, it doesn't matter where I bought it from. It could have been CX, it could have been eBay, it could have been Game, it could have been off a boot fair, it could have been anywhere. So I bought it. So, you know, if this was me normally, this is how I would probably react. So if I opened it up, let's say, and this is the inside, straight away I'm not going to be happy about that because there's no manual. So that would piss me off. The fact that there's no manual in there would annoy me. Obviously, luckily I have the manual, which is great. But that's not the only extent. Some people can often be even more fussy. I mean, I'm not this bad, but I know people are. I even like to have the inserts. So I mean, even like, you know, even these rubbish inserts that you get with it, you know, I like to have these generally, because, you know, that's obviously what, you know, it all came with that when the game first came out. So I want to have everything that it came with when it first came out, and I don't think that's unreasonable. But the problem is, if it doesn't have the manual, that annoys me. And it's not just a niggle, it properly annoys me. I'll actually get a bit fed up, you know, I won't be happy knowing I've got it and it hasn't come with the manual or the inserts. Now, that wouldn't be a problem, but the second problem with being a collector is stores do not give two shits if you're a collector or not. They just see your money. Your money is the same as everybody else's money. Even if you might spend more with them, they don't care. Especially places like CX, they probably don't have any care for their stock or items whatsoever. They don't care if they take in a game that doesn't work. They don't care if they take in a like special edition and half the stuff's missing. They don't care if the manual isn't there. They don't care if you need a code to play something in the game. They don't care. So it's risky for collectors to buy games from said places. Like I said this in a previous video, there's a couple of games I want to get, and the cheapest place to get them is CX, but CX is so risky because you don't know if you're going to get the manuals, you don't know what the condition of the games are going to be in, and it's just a lot of hassle. And if I, you know, pay fair good price for these games, I want to have everything included, and I want it to be in good nick. I don't think that's too much to ask, but for CX apparently that is too much to ask, and they can only give you shit covered cases with the manuals ripped or missing altogether. And why can't, you know, it just annoys me. And that's the problem with being a collector, because we like to take pride in what we collect. I collect games, so I like to take pride in all my games. So when stuff is missing or is not in good condition, that annoys me because I take pride in it and it's not in good condition. and that's how I feel about it. So that's pretty much the problem with being a collector. I can't really think of anything else. I mean, they're the main niggles. Pricing's another thing that's annoying about collectors. If you want a really good niche game, you're probably going to pay top dollar for it, which can be a bit iffy. I went out today, I saw a couple of games that kind of tickled me fancy, but straight away the manuals aren't in the case, so you don't know if it comes with the manual. This is CEX Endgame, by the way. Yeah, you don't know if the manual's going to be there. The pricing can be a bit, unless you properly research a game on every possible site, you could pay more than you necessarily need to, which I really don't like doing. But yeah, it's just difficult. I mean, I said there's one really simple way to solve this problem. On the sticker, on the games, put whether the manual is included or not included, because then I can pick it up, look at it. If it says manual included, great, I'll have it. If it doesn't say manual included, okay, I won't get it. And I get that that will put people off, but I am not risking my money for an incomplete product. Not anymore. I used to do it and it pissed me off to no end, and I'm not doing it anymore. So yeah, that's the problem with being a collector, people. You know, fellow collectors out there, I'm sure you probably understand what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't collect, you probably have no fucking clue what I'm going on about, which is, you know, it's totally fine. You know, if you're not a collector, then you can't really share the same problems or hardships, which is, you know, that's life. But anyway, as always guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Bye now.